everybody, it's the director here, and here's this week's episode of We've Got Issues.
Woo!
Today I'm going to be reviewing two comics, one that came out this week and one that came out last week. Kind of coincidentally, they're both new-ish series. They both came out last year. I am really digging them. I like to read comics that are kind of more fun and lighthearted and just have like a kind of good vibe. And these two have those in spades. Like, they're really, really fun. So, let's get to the reviews. Alright, so first up, we have Gotham Academy number 4.
Beautiful. Yes, beautiful.
Cool.
Beautiful.
So, this one is a fairly new series, only 4-ish months along, as you can see, 4. The writing is still really, really good. Becky, Cloonan, and Fletcher just do an awesome job all the way along. Issues 1 and 2 were a lot of world building, is I guess what you call it. And so it was, setting up characters and their backstories, giving you a little bit of info. Who goes to the school, who's like in charge of the school, what Bruce Wayne has to do with the school, and, just kind of setting up the kind of creepy vibe that's happening there. I thought they were alright, issues 1 and 2. But issue 3 is the one that really, really got me. Because that's kind of where the whole Millie Jane mystery ghost storyline kind of really comes together. Issue 4 continues in the same vein. It's a lot more sleuthing and, just kind of trying to piece together all the information that Olive has. Sort of one smaller piece of the mystery gets solved this issue. So if you're looking for, an answer, finally, you can have one. The one thing, though, that I really do want to highlight is just like, if you've been reading this series, hopefully you've noticed how much the art has developed. As the series goes along, I feel like the art has gotten progressively better. Karl is doing a really, really good job of kind of balancing the cuteness of sort of like the high school drama, high school romance thing, and kind of the seriousness, sort of the supernatural elements, and kind of combines them in a way that's pretty much a perfect balance of both. Issue 4, I feel like the art is a little more mature. Everybody kind of seems like they're growing into their character. So it's nice to see, kind of see them getting older as the series goes along. Really, to me, the highlight of issue 4 is Olive and Maps, like, team working it up. I really like their friendship, even though Maps is kind of like the typical comedic relief sidekick type person. I think she's a really good foil for Olive, who's just always kind of mopey all the time. So I really like to see them work together, and their friendship is something that's good for the both of them. And this issue really highlights their kind of good cop, bad cop dynamic. If you've been reading the series, each issue, tongue twister, ends with a really, really good cliffhanger. Well, it's really good in my opinion. Issue 4 is no different. Something happens at the end of this issue that is really awesome. Overall, I think I would give this issue a 7 out of 10. So I'm excited to read more. Last issue I'll review today is Lumberjanes number 10, which came out last week, by the way. Okay, I have to tell you, this series, Lumberjanes, has been one of my favorite series, basically, of all time. I really, really love it. All the girls in it are awesome, and I really, really like how they each have their own personality. It's not like they're all just kind of the same with the same feelings. It's, I think, a really true representation of girl friendships. Like, I don't want to exclude the boys, but like, I think it's really awesome to have an honest depiction of girls who are friends and are like besties. It's really, really cool, because I haven't seen anything like it before, and I'm not sure it's been done, at least in this way, before. And, you know, I'm not the only one that likes it. I think it's recently been nominated for a GLAAD Media Award. Confirmation from Guy over there. So awesome. You know it's true. I also just read it, so I know it's true. I know some people might think it's kind of over the top, but I really appreciate the 90s kind of feel. So, you know, the series has been great. We're on issue 10 now. It's the beginning of a new arc. So if you're looking to get into the series, because you've heard lots of good things about it, I'm sure, this is a great jumping on point because, you know, it's a new arc. Coming in mid to late April is the first trade of this series, and it's issues 1 to 4, which is half of the first arc. So you could pick this up and read it, and then, you know, kind of fill in the blanks with internet stuff, and then in April, when April comes along, you pick up the trade and read it that way. Since it's a new arc, not a ton happens in this issue. April, Joe, and Ripley are kind of on their own, while Mal and Molly go on a picnic, but actually it's a date. They just don't want to admit it because they're cute and in their awkward beginning stages of a relationship, you know. So, like I said, April, Joe, and Ripley are kind of doing their own thing on a camp-free day, and they decide that they're going to try and earn as many, outdated, boring badges as they can, because they don't want to have any fun without, you know, their other two friends. So they're looking through their Lumberjanes book for badges to earn, and just the names are so funny. The issue is called Absence Makes the Heart Grow Fondant, and that's a cake decorating badge. The Not If I Can Help It badge, tying knots. Oldie but goodie, which is assisting the elderly. Anyway, the other big thing about this issue is there's a new artist, Carolyn Nowak, instead of Brooke A. Allen, who was working on it before for issues, I think 1 to 8, 9 had a few different artists on it. Her art is a little more cartoony, kind of stuff you would expect to see on TV, like Cartoon Network or you know, Nickelodeon in the old days. So I just wasn't expecting that when I opened up the issue. But the other thing that I really was kind of disappointed in, issues 1 to 8 at the very end have a mixtape suggestion. I really, really loved it. They gave you songs, I think 10 or 12, and you could make the playlist, cut out the little sleeve at the back and make your own mix. Or what I did, I went on Spotify and I compiled most of the songs from their suggestions, and I listen to it if I'm in the car and I have a long drive or whatever. It's just fun. And I've been really disappointed because 9 and 10 didn't have that at the end. So I'm hoping that it's not an idea that they've abandoned, because I really, really like it. Overall, I would give issue 10 an 8 out of 10, just because it's a little bit on the boring side, but that's okay because I love all the characters and it's still a fun read. That's it. So that's it for this week's We've Got Issues. Hope it wasn't terrible. I hope this kind of makes you kind of put your feelers out there and see what's new, new series. You know, try to read those because they kind of bring a new perspective to comic reading, and thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, give it a little thumbs up, clicky click. Leave us a comment below and let us know if you've picked up any new series, or if you are really enjoying Lumberjanes. Then we can be friends, because I really like that series, and anybody else that likes it is cool, and we can be friends. Check out our Facebook also. We update it with video updates and, you know, just cool, interesting comic news from around the web. Sometimes. We're also on Twitter. We use that a little more regularly than Facebook. So send us a tweet. Let us know what's up with you. Did you have a good day? We want to know. Holler at us. As always, in conclusion, remember who you are and what you are. Don't go causing any trouble out there.
Just don't do it.
Just don't. Stay out of trouble. That's important. And be excellent to each other.
And party on, dudes.
Thank you for watching, and as always, remember, no.